at the beginning of Trash Taste, and I was like, damn, I was like too skinny back then.
I think we were all skinnier.
I look back at the first episode of Trash Taste and I'm like, that is the worst haircut I've ever had in my life. I look like a bum with my fucking long ass hair and the ponytail. God,
no, I look back
disgusting.
to OG Anime Man videos, and I'm like, damn.
Dude, I was so skinny.
What the fuck?
So skinny. Now I'm like, I think I'm sitting around 71 kilos, which is like pretty ideal for my height and weight. But like, I know as well, growing up in a Japanese household, I will never be the ideal weight because Japan has such an insane standard where I'm just like, my cousin, right? My older cousin who was like, you know, I think 99.9% of people look at her and go, all right, you're a good weight. Like, you're not like mega skinny, but you're not mega fat either. Like, you are healthy. And she's always complains to me being like, I need to go on a diet. I'm like, no, you don't. You're fine. Like, stop fucking listening to the Japanese standards because you could be like 25 kilos and you'll still be too fat for this country, apparently.
It's always tough. I mean, gaining and losing weight is always a stressful thing as well.
Yeah.
Especially as you get older.
Yeah, and also I think, you know, if your friend expresses they want to lose some weight for whatever reason, you should always be supportive.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is tough though. The older you get, it's fucking hard. Especially if you go out with friends often or something, it's tough.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the mindset. Maybe it's just a mindset, you know? It's just when we get older, we're less willing to sacrifice the things that make us comfortable.
Streaming has made me gain weight. I was like 80 kilos for like doing exercise and stuff for like 2 years. And then like this year, I think I streamed a lot more than I ever have. And I put on like 5 kilograms and I was like, I feel it. I just feel heavier.
Damn.
I'm trying to get it. It's such a slow process.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, I'm losing it. And you're like, all right, go to Vegas now and fucking drink and hang out with friends for a week. You're like, oh.
You put that all back immediately.
That's the thing that's hardest. When you hang out with mates, that's traveling, it makes it almost impossible.
Oh yeah,
That's tough.
totally. And especially for us last year as well. We did so much traveling just for Trash Days, right? So like
Traveling's tough. You have to have such discipline to work out while traveling.
Yeah.
It's not the discipline for me. Whenever I go to a country, I'm like, okay, I need to try food.
Yeah,
I need
I
to
go
go
crazy.
Yeah.
I go fucking
So I'm like, I'm in this specific country where I really like this one food. I'm going to take advantage of that as much as possible.
Oh my God.
you tell yourself travel calories don't count, and then the reality sets in when you get back home. You're like, oh God.
Yeah, I wish you're like, okay, one day traveling, you have to eat one day healthily. It definitely feels way easier to do one than the other.
Definitely.
All right, next one. Just gonna pull one out. Oh. How to have good taste in anime. Okay.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing as good taste.
There is no such thing as
Everybody
good
has
taste.
shit taste according to everybody else. So just watch what you want and don't give a fuck.
All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. Give me one.
Give Joey one.
I want to pull one. How do I get better drip? If you go to nonsense.jp, you'll find the most impeccable.
Why did you pick that one, Joey?
So please, by all means, head on. Or if you get the Trash Taste stuff, which you can't get anymore. But the next one we drop is pretty good. All right, next one.
Generally, though, I think, how do you get better drip, Joey? How did you learn? How did you learn, Joey?
I think the sad part is you just have to experiment, and a lot of
You
guys
have to experiment,
are not willing to.
I mean, you know, when I was living in Australia, there was no like drip culture or anything like that. At least that I surrounded myself with.
Yeah.
I learned what I liked from Aki because she had a much better fashion sense than me. She's like, oh, I think you'll look good in this, or you look good in this. You try some stuff out, and if it clicks, then cool.
Yeah, I think the big difference is that generally a lot of women are very used to experimenting with fashion styles, and men are not.
Actually,
so much.
that's great advice. Get a female friend. You know,
No, legit.
And if you
There's
don't,
some dudes that have great sense, they're going.
Legit, the best way is to just have. It doesn't even have to be female. Just get a friend who clearly has a better fashion sense than you, and just get them to help you experiment.
When I did the stream at Glam, I had Rin help as well, and also the designer of Glam, who has immaculate drip.
Yeah.
And he was like, "This looks good on you," and I was like, "I don't feel like it does."
Right.
But that's just because I almost didn't want to like it because I'd already found the style I liked and I wore it.
Well, that's what's important, right? It's like drip at the end of the day. Yeah, drip at the end of the day, at least from how I see it, is like it's obviously, you know, if you're wearing something and someone says, "Yo, that looks really good on you," I think that's just as important as you in your head saying, "Yeah, I look good in this." Because like if you don't, even if someone goes up to you and goes, "Yo, you look good in that," but you don't like it, then I don't think you should pursue it.
Yeah.
I think it's all about like having the self-confidence to be like, I look good in this, and people will like what I'm wearing.
See,
and that's kind of how I figured out like that for me was streetwear.
See, my problem is, I hate shopping. I just despise shopping.
Why do you think I started my own clothing brand?
Yeah, but the thing
I
is,
never have to shop for clothes ever again.
But the thing is, right? Because like I have like one drip style, right? And that's something I figured out when I was like a teenager, or not even a teenager, when I was like going through university.
Sure.
Because I literally just had a day where I just asked a bunch of female friends, just like, hey, can you help me go shopping? And it was just like my kind of like cheat method into, you know, trying to socialize a bit more. And I was like I literally ticked off 2 check marks. I was like, okay, go out and socialize, learn how to socialize, and also get better drip. Right. And that was how that's
2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
So what's the style then you would say is like you?
I don't know, like smart casual kind of like style.
I agree. Turtleneck and chains.
Turtlenecks, chains, you know. And I figured out this one style that I look good in and I feel comfortable in. And then I was like, okay, I never need to do this again because I fucking hated that day. I just like, to me, I hated the process of just going out and spending an entire day just like trying different things. And I know some people love it. I'm just not that fucking person.
No, same.
You know.
I feel like we should just bring Rin on. She's great. She also tells all the fashion stuff that we have.
It's that whole philosophy of like, is the man wearing the jacket or is the jacket wearing the man? You know, like it's like
what is that philosophy?
in the sense of
the fuck you saying, Joey?
In the sense of
what is that, Rick and Morty like parallel universe?
What I mean by that is when you're wearing something that is like fashionable, because obviously fashionable is very subjective, right?
Yeah.
It's that whole idea, at least from how I see it, is do you look good because of this particular piece of clothing that you're wearing, or are you making the clothes look good because you're in it? You know, and I think that is very, very different. I think it's that whole idea of drip is just as important as like someone looking at it and going, that thing you're wearing looks good, or you look good in that thing. But also having self-confidence in yourself, being like, yeah, this is the style I like. I feel good. I think I look good. And I think that confidence array is really, really important when talking about like drip, right? Because like you can wear like fucking Louis Vuitton and like all these like expensive like drip brands, but if you don't feel confident in it, or if you don't like wear it out, then I don't really think there's much point in it.
Wish I could pull off a trench coat.
You can't pull off a trench coat?
I don't think I look serious enough.
Have you tried?
No.
Well, why not try it out?
The main reason is because it's too damn hot in this country.
Well, now's the perfect time of year.
Yeah,
to
it's
do it.
winter.
If I ever go back to the UK, I'll get a fucking trench
Yo,
coat.
why don't you wear one here?
I don't know.
It's perfect weather to wear a
I
trench
feel like I
coat.
don't look serious enough.
What do you
I
mean
gotta
by
carry
serious
a
enough?
briefcase around in a I think trench coats look so fucking sick on people who wear them.
Yeah.
I gotta pull it off.
I reckon you could pull it off.
I just want a guy tell me what to wear. I saw this like service in Korea where some people like booked out this, let's say, like drip experts, and they will like literally give you different clothes to wear and try out. And I'm like, that sounds like a service I need, man.
That actually does sound like a great service.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like an amazing service.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, boys, you've never asked, but I can do that. I can be that man for you if you want.
Yeah, the color palette clothing, like Korea clothing service. It's like,
Oh wow, this is like serious.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, like
science
serious.
behind
There's
it.
science behind it.
I can't do that.
And I was like, I can't. I might not go on another shopping day, but I will take this, please. I need more variety in my drip because I know how to pull off like 3 colors.
I like when they're like, you should have autumn, winter thing. I hate that shit. I'm like, I just want winter and everything else. Like I will figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to have. I don't want all these clothes that I don't wear all the time in the year.
Yeah.
I just want something that I have to wear in fucking winter, or something that goes over the clothes that I always wear, which is winter. Like I put on a coat or a jumper. Now I'm winter ready, bitch.
Yeah.
So just buy trash taste drip and then nonsense.
This shit is all round, baby. All round, baby.
All right, what's the next one?
The correct way to act in a job interview. Because we have the best advice on this.
I've been in a
I
job interview
think
before.
at our age we are like, we have collectively had like the least job interviews of any 3 adults you'll find.
I don't know. Okay, I think
We've
we
had
have
a few.
actually we might have a bit more. I think we might have a bit more experience in this than we think because we have hired on. We have been on that other side.
We've been on the other side.
We have been on that other side where we've hired for trash days and we've done job interviews. Thank you very much, Kai.
Yeah, we gotta get Kai on to be like, so how did you win our hearts, Kai?
Yeah. I don't know.
I was just chill with it.
Kai was just chill.
I'm kidding.
I saw his muscles and I'm like, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, so yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I have some employees. I guess.
Yeah.
We're the other side, so I think we can
I mean,
offer an introspect. Like,
Yeah.
the
I
other
mean,
side,
for
right?
me, from the
What
other.
do you see?
What do I see?
Yeah,
I
what do
got
you want to
rejected from like 15 job interviews.
I got rejected from McDonald's. I have no right to
Yeah,
say.
true.
Yeah, I got rejected from a call center and a missile company, but I think that might be
That's because
unrelated.
you draw a dick.
Yeah, that's don't draw a dick.
Don't draw dicks.
Don't draw a dick in your job interview. That's one of the most important things. I guess aside,
If there's one thing I've learned is that job interviews are fucking awful at telling me how good someone is at their job. In general, like I feel like it's so hard to get a read on someone.
I think it depends on what types of questions you ask. Oh, you are asked at in the job interview, right?
But
Because like, just being like, so are you good at like socializing? Are you good at team building? Are you good, like?
I don't fucking ironically, I thought this was a meme going into every job interview.
Yeah.
Oh, good communication skills. And like, the more you work in a fucking, in an office job or even any kind of job, you realize how fucking important communication skills is because it is one of the hardest things to find in most working companies.
No, but what I'm saying is like those questions, I get why they ask those questions, but you can't get a sense if you're the person interviewing someone. You can very rarely get a sense of just how good someone is at these communication skills just from this one interview.
Yeah.
Like you need to be like, as Connor said, like you need to be already in that work environment to kind of get a feel for like, okay, this person does have good communication skills or doesn't have communication skills. Because like you can fucking cheese it on an interview and just pretend you have it, but maybe that's just like a one-time thing, right? So
one thing I will say is going from doing job interviews and having job interviews for whatever position we're hiring for. The one thing that landed me, the one big thing, aside from like technical knowledge, of course, if you're going for a technical role, make sure your technical knowledge is on point. But aside from that, one thing that always stuck out to me, going on the other side, is that I like to know that the person has a personality.
Yep,
Definitely. It's the little things that can sometimes make you stick out a little bit more. So I like the big thing that landed me the job interview or the job at the BBC. So we did like all like the normal usual shit. Oh, are you a good team person? Are you good at these technical skills? You have these qualifications. Tested on that. And then they saw my CV. I had YouTube experience, and they asked me about that. And then we got on to like a good 15-minute conversation, nothing to do with the job, but just to do with like YouTube, the modern media
I just
landscape.
want to see that you're like a competent individual and
Yeah.
that you can
and see how much you can actually talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, like, we've done a few job interviews, and obviously every person meets those same qualifications. And now that we have experience with that, the thing that stands out to me the most is knowing that one, actually